Hello YouTube! The special ingredient we have today is Yabbies. Now, let's prepare this dish. So now let's start with the introduction of Yabbies. What exactly are Yabbies? Yabbies is actually a species of crayfish which actually originated from Australia. But I'm not 100% sure if this Yabbies is actually from Australia or not. You see, Yabbies is actually a really hardy kind of fish. It can survive in a lot of different types of temperatures. And I am aware that there are actually Yabbie breeders in Malaysia. But thanks to these breeders, a lot of Malaysians actually name Yabbies as baby lobster, which is totally not true. A baby lobster is not a Yabbies. A Yabbies maximum can grow to be about 30 centimeters at best. But the common size Yabbies is going to be about 10 to 20 centimeters. So let's take a look. So from the video we can see that most of the Yabbies that are on the plate right now is mostly in the orange brown color. The texture of the Yabbies is really similar with prawns, but I can feel that the head is a little bit sharper than normal and harder than normal. It's really hard. Oops, I think I cracked the head quite a bit. But oh well. Some of the Yabbies has its shells, its arms stripped off, but mine is okay because this is pretty much normal in crayfish. Because in the wild crayfish, sometimes they cut off their hands or their legs to survive. I'm not sure if this is wild Yabbies or farm Yabbies, but well, it doesn't really matter to me. Here's something a little bit unique within the Yabbies. Out of so many different types of Yabbies, I can actually see one Yabbie here, which is dark blue in color. It's unique. But if you ask me, there are people that actually keep Yabbies as pets in Malaysia. And I did see other types of red Yabbies, blue Yabbies, brown Yabbies, whatever you name it. Well, you can actually see that there's actually a very big color difference between the Yabbies. Brown one here and the blue one here. The blue one seems to have more color, but it's definitely their own natural colors. So yeah, it's safe to eat them. In most cases in Australia, when Yabbies are still alive, people will usually soak it in salt water for the Yabbies to actually expel the muds out of it. Why? Because Yabbies actually live in muddy waters and they tend to have the ability to absorb all the muds into their bodies. But I'm not going to soak these Yabbies because I don't think it will help anything. It will not expel the mud out from the meat at all, if there's any mud inside. I'm not even sure if this is farm Yabbies or wild Yabbies. So, how am I going to cook this? I'm going to cook it in two different ways. The first way is I'm going to cook it by blanching it in hot water and lemon and salt. And the other way is that I'm going to make a soup out of it, a simple chowder soup. So let's get this started. I'm just going to poach about 10 pieces of crayfish. So I won't be using much lemon, maybe around this much will do. But first I'll cut off the head and the tail. And maybe I'll cut around this much. And then I'll be squeezing the lemon into some hot water and I'll be waiting for the water to boil. I'm gonna add some salt in here just for some extra flavoring. Now that the water is pretty much boiling, I'm gonna put in the Yabbies and I'll let it cook for about 3 minutes. Okay, putting the cooked Yabbies into ice water. And there you go, blanched Yabbies done. I'll start by dicing a red onion. Two cloves of garlic. This should be enough for about 10 pieces of prawns. And now I'm gonna add about 2 pieces of chili padi. This is just to add a little amount of spice to it. Just a little bit will do. Next up, we have some Thai basil. Thai basil, not the sweet basil, but Thai basil. I'm gonna peel this one by one, and I'm gonna give this a rough chop. Maybe just a little. Next, we have some curry leaves. I'm also gonna give this a rough chop. I'm not gonna make it too thin, just fine, that's all. You can smell everything coming out. And now we can start cooking since that we have finished just about every single cutting job. I'm going to start with some butter. let's see, about this much do. And now I'm going in with the onion, garlic and chili padi. 2 pieces of bay leaf coming in. Right. I'm going to put in the Thai basil and curry leaf mix. Smell really nice smell coming out. So now I'm going to turn this mixture into a roux. All I have to do is just add some plain flour, all-purpose flour, just some hi yabbies. I can smell it, the butter flavored. Oh wait. Really resembles butter prawns at the moment. And put in some water. Fish stock. Salt. And some pepper. Now that it's boiling, I'm gonna add in a dash of cream. In with the cream. About maybe 100 ml will do actually. I'm going to put in some lemon juice just for extra flavoring. And I'm going to put in a dash of lemon zest just for extra flavoring. Alright, there you go. Just the thickness I want. Okay, Yabbies chowder soup done. Okay, here I go. This is my lunch for today. We have our cold cut blanch plain yabbies and we have our yabbies chowder soup. The yabbies chowder soup is a little bit too hot right now, so I'm gonna leave it for later. For now, I'm gonna test this. So now let's take a look. Yep. Oh, great. You can see that there's this brains inside here. This brains has to be tasty. Let's give it a shot. Kinda tasteless. Let's see. The meat here, I'm gonna try to see if I... Oh, it's hard. Wow, hard. Okay, never mind. Meat. Okay, so that's how to peel a yabbies. First you press it like this, and then you press it open like this. Okay. Now let's take a look. Okay. Why is the meat so mushy? Ew. Alright. You can see that the vein is here. I'm not going to eat this. I'm just going to put this aside. Let's see what it tastes like. Tastes like prawns. The texture of this yabbies is a little bit mushy. I wouldn't say it's sweet. It definitely has the taste of a typical prawn. I'm going to try open another one. So now that I know how to... Alright, here we go. Crack it open. This one's fine. Let's taste it with lemon. Tastes better with lemon. Let's try this yabbies with Tabasco sauce and see what happens next. Pull the head off. Alright, opening this. Yosha! Not mushy at all. Okay, it's in one piece. Yo, the meat is so small. Take a look at that. Really small. But anyways, if the meat is worth it, then I'll say it's worth it. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. In with the Tabasco sauce. Let's see. It's good. This thing sings really, really well, Tabasco sauce. It really does. This time I'm going to try in a mixture of Tabasco and lemon. Okay. Put some Tabasco sauce and some lemon. It's even better actually. When you want to eat yabbies, eat it with Tabasco and lemon. Wow, it's fantastic. Really it is. Next up, we have our chowder soup. Usually shellfishes like this, like lobsters or maybe prawns, okay, they usually have a lot of flavor into their shells. Just now when I cook it, I actually boil the shells together with the soup. So I'm actually wondering how much flavor of the yabbies actually go into the soup. Now let's find out. Tastes nothing but chowder. There is some prawn flavor, but it's not much. Maybe I put too much water in it. So I'm gonna pluck it with the same way. I'm gonna try the tail part. Okay. Now that if you ask me, I'm actually having difficulties trying to eat this soup. So if anyone wants to do anything with this langoustine, I recommend don't repeat the same mistake I did. Do not cook this in a soup form. Why? Because I find it really, really difficult to eat. I don't really want to peel and then eat and peel and eat over and over again. That's all. Alright, so that's my review for the yabbies. I'm gonna end the tasting while I eat finish this dish. So in today's video, we actually review what yabbies actually taste like. If you ask my honest opinion, I'm not going to be a person who's actually fancy of the yabbies because the amount of meat inside the tail is very, very little in each pieces, and the taste of the shell isn't really that much in the first place. It definitely doesn't beat lobsters or prawns. But of course, it's definitely worth the experience. In business wise, I do not recommend people to use this to make their soups, their pastas or some other kind of dish. But I could recommend this for cold cuts like what I did just now. Maybe buffet restaurants or maybe buffet in hotels. This could actually use the yabbies that I actually tasted up just now. And this concludes my personal opinion on what I feel about yabbies. I hope that you find this video useful for you. So I'll be making more videos about different kinds of seafood that I can see in the market later on. So for now, I'll end this video right now and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.